The government has announced two changes to the seller's stamp duty (SSD) for residential properties. One, an increase in the holding period from 3 to 4 years, and two, increase of the SSD rates by 4 percentage points for each tier of the holding period. These changes will take effect for all residential properties purchased on and after 4 July 2025, 12 p.m. The revised SSD will not affect HDB owners due to the minimum occupation period for HDB flats. This reversion to the pre-2017 SSD holding period of 4 years aims to reduce speculative demand by lowering the number of sellers who flip their homes after just 3 years. These adjustments to the SSD framework will help reduce speculative activity, although they will affect only a small minority of buyers. We welcome the changes and believe they will complement broader measures, such as increasing land supply, to foster a sustainable market. Since most home buyers are genuine owner-occupiers or longer-term investors, this measure is a gentle touch rather than a heavy-handed approach on the overall market. It aims to stabilize any spikes caused by short-term investors. It is not designed to crack down on the market but to reduce the froth from investors who sell shortly after the third year. Notably, the elevated interest rates since September 2022 have eroded meaningful profits for property investors, which may have led them to extend their holding periods, especially now that interest rates have eased in recent months. The property tax revisions introduced in 2023 have also resulted in higher taxes on non-owner occupied residential properties, which may have contributed to this trend as well. While more owners are selling after holding their homes for 3 to 4 years in recent years, they remain a minority. Among the regions, the outside central region, OCR, saw the highest volume of homeowners selling within 3 total years, followed by the rest of central region, RCR, and core central region, CCR. This could be largely due to the more palatable price quantum of OCR homes compared to the other regions. Looking at the median gross profitability of non-landed homes by holding period shows that while there are significant profits to be made after holding for 3 to 5 years, sellers who held their properties for more than 5 years saw the highest profitability. Notably, the elevated interest rates since September 2022 have eroded meaningful profits for property investors, which may have led them to extend their holding periods, especially now that interest rates have eased in recent months. The property tax revisions introduced in 2023 have also resulted in higher taxes on non-owner occupied residential properties, which may have contributed to this trend as well. In conclusion, with the higher additional buyer's stamp duty tiers introduced in April 2023, the residential landscape has shifted largely towards domestic and owner-occupier demand. Coupled with heightened economic uncertainty in recent months, buyers have become more prudent and more are viewing property as a long-term investment. We are likely to see property investors, who often buy and sell their units within 3 years, to be most impacted by this move. However, the majority of home buyers who are owner-occupiers are unlikely to be affected by this change. We welcome the tweaks to the SSD and expect the impact to be marginal on the overall market, given demand is largely from owner-occupiers. The SSD revision will work in tandem with other policies, such as the increased land supply to support a more sustainable and stable housing landscape.